Happy Sunday. Happy weekend. Ooh, don't do that.
I do that. What's going on?
How we doing?
We're vibing.
How we doing?
We're vibing.
How we doing? Slanging and banging.
Slanging and banging. Courtesy of Mo.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yep,
I have a question.
Question of the day. Oh, wait, hold on. That was the wrong button. There it is. I got it.
The question of the day is...
All right.
You have to fight one of the X-Men at a substantially lower power level for them, but you don't have any powers. Who are you fighting? That's a tough question because you are powerless while they still have like a sliver of their powers.
Are we talking? Yeah, I was like, are we talking like percentage wise, like 50%, 10%?
No, like 5 to 10%. Because you got to figure a lot of these guys are still pretty fucking powerful when it comes to like, even if you cut them down to 5 or 10%, bro.
Right.
That's pretty fucking powerful.
I'm gonna do some digging here.
It has to be an X-Men that we know, though. It can't be it can't be like Morph, because it can't be Morph. Yeah, like it, and it has to be an X-Men.
This is who I was thinking, but I don't remember his full powers. I don't think it's.
So I have two.
Okay.
I have two.
You go ahead, because I'm trying to remember this guy.
So I would say if it was like a fight to the death, I would say that I would probably either fight like a 5% to 10% power level Rogue or a 5 to 10% power level Storm. Because you got to figure that 5 or 10% for Storm is still pretty fucking lethal, but she probably can't fly. She probably can't control the weather. But she can probably still produce an electrical shock, but like not strong enough to the point where you're gonna die.
The wife came in and was like, I'm hungry. Me also. I'm starving.
So like you're probably not gonna be killed if you go up against a very low power level Storm. And same thing with Rogue, you know, because her ability is what, like sucking the life out of people?
Yeah.
Like she's basically like a power consumer. So like if she's only at like a 5 or 10%, like she may, you know, dry up the baby gravy well. You know, like she's going to do something very, very small to me as opposed to a full power level Rogue. Yo, M3, thank you for saving a civilian.
Yeah, so this is exactly who I was thinking of. Thunderbird.
Who the fuck is Thunderbird?
Right. He is an X-Men. So do you remember Days of Future Past, right? He was the one that could like hear the Sentinels coming.
Oh, okay. What a stupid power.
All he has, all he has is super strength and stamina. All right, I'll fight you at 10%. I could probably I'll blip you a couple times, like, and he's got some strong skin. That's it. Like, that's exactly who I was thinking of.
No lie, dude. I actually I came up with my two answers off rip, like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I was definitely expecting both of us to say like an X-Men that was extremely powerful and just we wanted to fight. Like I was expecting you to say like Wolverine and me Nightcrawler.
No.
Like even at 10% they would fuck you up.
I'm good. Look at Logan. Okay, look at Wolverine and Logan. Okay.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was dying the entire movie. Okay?
And he was still fucking shit up, bro.
Beating ass. Yeah. Nope.
He was still fucking shit up, man.
I want pizza. That's what I want.
I want pizza.
Yeah.
Hook a brother up.
Yeah, that's who Thunderbird was who I was
Thunderbird.
thinking of. When you said X-Men and fight him at 10% or a little bit, I'm like, is that dude that can barely do nothing, but he's still X-Men. They're like, we gotta get the minority card on the X-Men. That's why they brought in.
So there was gonna be two other options, like two other ways that I was gonna format this question, but I was like, okay,
let me ask you this. How fast could Quicksilver run at 10% speed?
Well, I mean, if
I bet, because he's just fast. I mean, we're talking like, he could run a little bit faster, you know?
How fast can Quicksilver run? Quicksilver can run 12,348 kilometers per hour. How much is that miles per hour?
You said 12,438?
Yeah.
That is 7,620 or 7,672
miles per hour.
Yeah.
So you gotta figure 10% of that would be 768 miles per hour. He would fuck you up.
So about that, I'm gonna take that one back. Oh my god.
I was gonna say it ain't gonna be slow. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Shit, even if his top speed was 1,000 miles per hour, that's still 100 miles per hour at 10%.
You know how much fucking damage you can do with 100 miles an hour? Like, goddamn.
Way too much for a human body to, especially a human body that doesn't have powers.
Still.
Oh, dude, you'd be blown up. You'd be obliterated.
What's that? It'd be the scene from The Boys,
where
with
A-Train
ran through that fucking girlfriend. Yeah.
That would be fucked, yo. So the other two versions of the question was going to be, you have powers as well.
Okay.
And so does the other person.
Okay.
But then, like, I started going through my brain. I was like, it doesn't matter if I have the powers of the person that I'm fighting or just have powers in general. I don't have the experience that an X-Men does, so I would still be killed.
You got the powers of Wolverine. I'd be like, what do I do?
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like,
Wolverine is hundreds. Yeah, Wolverine is hundreds of years old and has had training in every form of martial arts, military, everything.
This would be me.
Here's this fat mechanic with some fucking claws who can heal, and he's like, "Guess what? You got powers now." I'd be like, you know, like
this would be me with the claws, just like shink.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Get away from me.
It's like watching a feral newborn kitten fight a fucking
try to fight a fucking full-grown lion.
Yeah, like that's what that would still be. We'd
crazy.
Still lose. I will take my chances. No powers at a 10% Thunderbird.
100%. And then the other iteration was neither one of us have powers.
Okay.
Like, just neither one of us have powers. But even still, they have more experience than we do in any form of combat.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, okay, 10% power level from 100%, you know, like, I've got a 90% chance to kick some ass. Like, you know, like, that was my thought process there.
Even throw in, like, just go balls deep with it, right? Wolverine, okay? 10% Wolverine, he can still heal. It'd take some more time, right? But he's still got his strength. He's still got the fucking adamantium claws.
Yep.
And he still has the fucking experience. I ain't touching that.
No, hell no.
My bad.
Just because he's at 10% power level, his claws aren't any weaker.
No, they're still sharp as fuck. Like,
it'll hurt a hell of a lot more when he fucking retracts them out, but they are still one of the hardest metals on the planet.
That's the thing with Wolverine, like, he still feels pain.
Oh,
like, that's something that a lot of people like actually don't think about is Wolverine still feels every hit, every cut, everything. He has just been through so much shit that he's got a high pain tolerance.
Right.
So when he ejects his claws, if you remember in the very first Wolverine or X-Men movie, Rogue asks Wolverine, does it hurt? And he says every time.
Oh,
he's
not
immune to pain.
Yeah.
He's not like Ajax where he just, he can take a beating. And
yeah, exactly.
He feels everything. So you're still gonna get some hits on him.
Oh, 100%.
One fucking slice with a
You're
claw
done.
to a guy who's got no fucking power, and you're like,
you're done.
I'm missing an arm.
So, it's actually funny about that with the healing factor. And I was thinking about this, and I was having a conversation with the one kid at work. So you remember in Deadpool 2 when Juggernaut rips him in half?
Mm-hmm.
And Domino picks him up and wears him like a backpack?
Right.
Why didn't she just lay his torso against his legs? Because then the cells would just have regenerated 1,000% quicker, as opposed to him being ripped in half and having to regrow his entire lower body.
Movie plot.
Yeah, I get it. It was for comedic effect, but like when I was watching it,
because
I always had that thought. I was like,
if I remember correctly,
why?
At some point in the comics, he does get ripped in half, and he literally pulls his waist to himself, and he heals within like a couple minutes.
Yeah,
like he tapes himself
up, and he's good to go. The same thing happened. His head got ripped off once, and
it's the same thing in one. Yeah, it's the same thing in one where his arms get fucking cut off, and you see the duct tape and shit. So I don't know. It's just comedic effect. It really. Yeah. And you also got to think too. Like I heard a lot of people arguing about like, well, he got split in half and he regenerates. Why didn't the lower half regenerate? Because there's no his head and heart.
Yeah.
Like, it's just as a lower torso. Like there's nothing to fucking say. Hey,
right.
Regrow.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, I need you to do this.
Yeah. So.
Can you imagine that though? Anytime he gets ripped in half, he's just like cloned. Just a million Deadpools running around.
Grows legs. This lower half grows an upper torso.
That'd be crazy as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be some scary shit. You just see a bunch of Deadpools walking around. Like, holy fuck, where'd you come from?
How we doing, y'all?
Where the fuck did you come from? So,
funny.
We got Blue Beetle coming out, dude. Blue Beetle.
When's it drop?
August 18th. 5 days. Nice. This week, actually.
Oh, wow.
This week.
Shit.
Yeah. Right. I'm excited, man.
I think I'm going to talk to the wife about going to see Spider-Man in theaters because I was planning on trying to wait till it got to a streaming service. It won't be released until end of next year.
What's that?
Is what it
Across the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Oh.
It will not be released onto like Disney, Netflix, that kind of thing. I was just reading an article where it won't be released until the end of next year onto streaming services for like free.
Holy shit.
It is available digitally, but you have to like buy, rent, whatever the case might be. Or if it comes to DVD before then, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy the DVD because I have almost all of the current Marvel movies. I'm missing the last few, but yeah.
Who the fuck did Isabel Merced play? Oh, Madam Web. Sorry, I was reading something.
Oh, no, you're good.
But yeah, no, they've been stretching a lot of these like successful superhero movies out.
Yeah.
Like with Across the Spider-Verse, dude, it is crushing it at the fucking box office. So they just keep it. They're keeping it in there and like not releasing the shit online. Same thing with everything else. Retcon Doomsday Clock and restore the Snyderverse. Fuck the Snyderverse. That shit was dumb as fuck. I just came in hella hot, medic. I'm sorry.
That was
No, Snyderverse was garbage though. All seriousness. Snyderverse was fucking trash. Man of Steel.
That's kind of sick.
Man of Steel, mediocre. Batman v Superman, fucking garbage.
Terrible.
Justice League, fucking garbage.
Your mom's name's Martha too?
Yeah. Fucking those movies were trash, dude.
This is such a stupid plot. I want to kill Superman. Oh wait, his mom's the same name as my mom.
Yeah.
Well,
The only good thing from Batman v Superman was that warehouse scene where fucking Batman beat the brakes off of those guys, dude.
Oh yeah.
That was the only good scene, and that was like the true Batman fighting style. But Medic, since you're in here and your name is Medic Comics, let me ask you this. Who is your favorite Batman?
Uh-oh.
I don't know if Medic's in here after I said fuck the Snyderverse, but we're going for it. James Gunn's DCU is garbage. James Gunn hasn't even started, bro. He ruined Vigilante and Peacemaker and Batman and Superman and Starro and Green Arrow. Are you on fucking drugs?
Good lord.
Batman and Superman don't even exist yet in his DCU. Starro was badass and Green Arrow wasn't even introduced yet. Doomsday Clock ruined Watchmen. Doomsday Clock was pretty wicked, but Watchmen is better. Like regular Watchmen. I can't take you seriously when you come in here and say James Gunn DCU is garbage when it doesn't even exist yet.
Where is this happening? I need to...
On YouTube.
Okay.
You can't come in here and say that his DCU is garbage when the first project of it hasn't even come out.
Is it Legacy, I think, is what's supposed to be coming out?
Legacy and then Creature Commandos. And Peacemaker was badass. Vigilante was badass too. Yeah, they made him like a comical version of the character, but Vigilante was still badass. You can't tell me that Aquaman and fucking Batman v Superman even come remotely close to the Suicide Squad film. You can't. The Suicide Squad film was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Just in case I had to say it slower. But yeah, Batman and Superman and Green Arrow, they don't even exist yet in James Gunn's DCU. Because James Gunn's DCU doesn't exist yet.
How do I...
So, with Blue Beetle, bro, I'm very excited for Blue Beetle. Very excited.
Good. It looks funny. I just like the trailers that we've seen. I think it's gonna be good.
But have you seen what everybody is saying about just saying about the projected like box office for Blue Beetle? Everybody is just expecting it to flop.
Really?
Well,
I wonder why.
You gotta figure, because The Flash fucking tanked at the box office. But I mean,
well,
so I'll say this for anybody that has not bit the bullet to watch The Flash yet, or is just waiting for it to come out on streaming services.
That'd be me.
The movie did not tank at the box office because it was bad. The movie tanked at the box office because Ezra Miller is a child grooming weirdo.
Dang.
That is why the movie flopped at the box office. It has nothing to do with the quality of the film. The film itself was not that bad. And, hate to say it, the child grooming weirdo didn't do too bad as the Flash. But it's the fact that Ezra Miller committed these crimes that people did not go and support the film.
True that.
Plain and fucking simple. The movie itself was not that bad. I did not pay to watch it. I watched it by other means, but it was not a bad film. It was really not that bad. So I don't know why everybody's talking shit about the film, aside from the fact that Ezra Miller's a fucking weirdo.
I mean, I think a lot goes into it. You know, again, we've talked about it, and it was kind of disappointing for me, like, because I love the Flashpoint storyline.
Yeah,
and, you know,
same.
They kind of tried to like twist and do all this weird shit with this fucking storyline with these two Barrys and, you know, this and that and the other, and then change up Superman to Supergirl,
and
whatever.
No mention of Reverse Flash in the slightest.
Yeah, Eobard Thawne and this and that and the other, and it's just like, Just from what I've seen, it truly does fall short for me as a Flash movie. The Ezra Miller thing, whatever, you know, I wrote that off a long time ago just because it is what it is.
Right.
It was just one of those things where like we're in 2023 and those are the graphics you're putting out.
Yeah, I mean that was one of the biggest complaints about the film was the
it's supposed to be this high budget fucking film.
Yeah,
and it's like
you spend all that money, I expect your fucking visual effects to be a lot better. But I mean, even Marvel's in the same boat.
You and I have discussed this into depth where today's visual effects, CGI, everything is such trash compared to how it was 10 years ago.
It blows my mind.
What the fuck happened? You've got all of this money dumped into these, you know, projects, yet they look like shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Game of Thrones, for instance, bro. Game of Thrones had a significantly better visual effects across all however many seasons, because I've never watched the show. The VFX were fucking genius level VFX with a significantly lower budget than these multi hundred millions of dollars, billions of dollars,
$1 billion budget film. And we've got, you know, a Superman that you have to CGI the mustache off of. And we've got a Flash that, now I get it. I understand. Like some of these characters are hard to film or hard to recreate just because of the way they look, their movement, you know, what they do, this, that, and the other. But at the same time, like, there's animation out there that looks better than 90% of films that are in
video games. Look better than 90% of these movies that have been coming out.
Gameplay, not even trailers in gameplay. Gameplay looks better than these films. So you're telling me that you can't make a fucking Flash look good?
That's what I'm saying.
If you struggled so badly trying to make a duplicate person in a film, maybe you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have stuck to source material, like you and I have argued
thousands of times. Thousands of fucking times.
Some people don't know the source material, but then if you use the source material, then people will know.
Yeah. What a weird thing to think about.
Mind-boggling.
That is the most upsetting thing about like both of these companies.
Clearly,
both DC and Marvel.
Flash fans or anything like.
Yeah, we don't like the Flash.
This was not like scheduled, and you know we didn't plan this or nothing.
No, not at all.
I just
I fucking love the Flash, man. So to see the, like I said, I liked the film, but like there was definitely a lot wrong with it. There was a lot wrong with it. There was a lot good with it, but there was a lot wrong with it. You know, it was one of those movies where it could have been a hell of a lot better had we had a different actor and had the VFX been better. Yeah. But I mean, it's brutal anymore, man. On one side of the spectrum, we've got Marvel releasing 87 different projects a year. And on the other spectrum, we have DC not releasing any projects for 5-6 years at a time.
I think they need to really rein it back.
Yeah.
I think they're so worried about putting so many projects out to like stick to their timeline,
right?
That they're lacking. I'll be honest, the past, I'd say 2 years, 3 years of MCU projects,
it's been rough. It's been rough.
Not been good.
There's been a lot more bad than there has been good.
Speaking of, did you finish Secret Invasion?
I did not, but I'm caught up with it, and I'm disappointed.
I think it's terrible. I think it's trash.
Garbage.
To people who are, I cannot stand behind people who are like, yeah, it was good.
Well, the people that are saying it's good have never read a fucking comic book.
Yeah, like this is the thing I don't understand. You have such big events, and you're trying to pull all this together, and you title the show Secret Invasion, that's what, you know, people expect.
Right.
And the people who do know those storylines are the ones that are like, this is fucking trash. What the fuck is this? The show literally should have been called Marvel Nick Fury, like, because and everyone's we just read an article where the director's like, Nick Fury's stronger after this. So what about it makes him stronger? Because he came back down from Sable to, you know, try to do some damage control. And then the only thing that came from this entire granted, it was only 6 episodes, so it was pretty fucking shit.
Yeah.
The only thing we got was a shitty Super Scroll.
And the revelation that Rhodey has been a Skrull since after
Civil War.
No, apparently it was revealed that he got swapped out with a Skrull in 2024 during the events of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think that's right.
No, I think a writer confirmed that. Let me double check. I saw it on Twitter, so I could be wrong.
Oh.
When did Rhodey turn into a Skrull? Good enough. When did he become a Skrull? When did he become a Skrull?
Yeah, right here. Rhodey's transformation into Skrull is not clearly defined, but it suggested that he swapped out with a shape-shifting Skrull soon after he was injured during Civil War. Because in Civil War, or like in Secret Invasion, which I don't think you said you haven't finished it, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't want to.
No, right here. This article's from July 12th. Rhodey's last appearance in a Marvel project. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, yeah. Rhodey's last appearance in a Marvel project before Secret Invasion was Falcon and the Winter Soldier's debut episode, and we can confirm he definitely was not giving off any Skrull-like vibes. During the episode, he was counseling Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson through his decision to take on the mantle of Captain America. Allies are now enemies. Alliances are now torn apart. The world's broken. Everybody's just looking for somebody to fix it.
Yeah, I don't think that's right. I really don't. I think it was Civil War.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Purely based on the last episode of Secret Invasion.
Okay.
That is, you know, I don't think it was. I think that was everything past Civil War. He was a Skrull.
Gotcha.
So.
I mean, I think that's fucking stupid because that takes away a lot of meaning of a lot of shit.
Yeah. So basically, that just means that Rhodey doesn't know Tony's dead.
He doesn't know Tony's dead. It completely erases the entire meaning of Civil War.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was other things that completely erased the meaning of Civil War as well, which was the whole Winter Soldier killing Tony's parents and then it becoming all about Tony wanting revenge on Bucky and Cap defending Bucky because Bucky wasn't in the right state of mind. Civil War was a great film, but it had nothing to do with the fucking comics. Nothing.
You killed my mom.
Yeah.
Again, what's with the mother complex in these fucking films?
It's fucking...
I love my mom too, but
yeah,
at the same time, like... Jesus.
You ain't wrong, bro. It's... I am tired of these, like, half-baked fucking projects. Like, honestly, bro... I'm gonna... Yo, what's up, potato addict? What kind of potatoes do you like?
Idaho.
I'm honestly... They really have to do Daredevil right, bro. I'm telling you right now, they really, really have to do Daredevil right.
Yeah.
And I think with it being an 18 episode story, it opens up a hell of a lot more window for opportunity with an 18 episode season, because
yeah.
whoever the fuck said that a 10 episode season for a fucking Marvel show was enough time? Drug addict. Whoever said that a major comic
Let's do a 6-episode event to describe an entire fucking series of shit that happens
to describe 4 years of fucking comic book event into 6 episodes.
Jesus.
Like, come the fuck on, man.
Yeah. But
so I really hope that Daredevil does not fucking drop the ball here.
Yeah.
Because if it does, a lot of people are going to give up on the MCU, because there's a lot of people that are very excited.
It's getting there. It's there, man. Like, I think it's teetering, to be honest. Like, we need these next few projects to fucking hit it out of the park.
Yeah. Or at least hit it to the end of the park. You know what I mean? Like,
hopefully you can get it, kind of to the fence. But
yeah, like hit it and like let it bounce right in front of the fence, but like touch the fence. Like, I'll tell you this. Echo needs to be pretty close to the fence. I
don't think it will be.
Deadpool 3, that needs to be out of the park. That
Deadpool
needs to
3
be
is setting up to be good, but I just hope it comes to fruition and it delivers.
I don't think it's gonna be a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination, because think about how hard Ryan Reynolds worked to get the first Deadpool made. He basically put Fox into a fucking chokehold and said, "You're gonna make this fucking movie, and you're gonna like it."
Yeah.
So I don't think Ryan Reynolds will allow for the quality of the film to be fucking dumbed down or anything like that. So I don't think we have to worry about anything with Deadpool 3. I'm seriously worried about Daredevil. Seriously worried about Daredevil, because we had the discussion before. We don't necessarily need Daredevil to be a hard R-rated TV show, but it definitely has to be darker and grittier than a lot of the shit that we get. Yeah. It definitely has to be a dark and gritty. You can make PG-13 dark and gritty.
Yeah.
Look at the Batman. That movie was dark and gritty as fuck. The main villain was a serial killer. You can make a PG-13 very dark and gritty fucking film or TV show. You just got to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Daredevil is a pretty dark fucking character. You can't sacrifice that. Same with Deadpool. Deadpool's not dark and gritty, but you can't sacrifice the comedy and the humor and the violence and the fucking over-sexualization. You can't sacrifice that. So I'll be honest, I'm kind of worried about the future of the MCU and the future of everything.
Yeah. If anything, like with this whole strike bullshit that's going on, I think it maybe gives him a chance to kind of sit back and be like, all right, let's figure some shit out, because damn well they're not stopping with writing and shit like that.
Oh, absolutely not. They're not twiddling their thumbs and scratching their balls. They're fucking, they're sitting back and they're running through ideas. But I could tell you this, in the last 13 projects by Marvel, because right now I'm looking on MCU Direct. The last 13 projects that I actually enjoyed. So right after Shang-Chi, starting with the Eternals, the last few projects that I actually enjoyed from Marvel: Multiverse of Madness, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Wakanda Forever. I liked She-Hulk. I thought it was fun, but that's just me. Then we're skipping Miss Marvel, skipping Thor, Werewolf by Night. I thought that was very exciting. That was fun.
Werewolf by Night was cool.
That was really cool. Quantum Mania. and
Yeah.
Guardians 3.
Yep.
So out of 13 projects, I was cool with 8 of them.
Yeah.
Out of the 13 newest projects, I was okay with 8 of them. Eternals, didn't even watch it. Miss Marvel, I got bored after the 3rd episode. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Make it through to.
Yeah. Love and Thunder was a fucking joke. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, I have not watched it. I would imagine that I would like it, but I'm not going to say that I did because I haven't watched it.
The holiday special? I liked it. It was good.
Yeah, I've heard it was really good. I just never got around to watching it. And Secret Invasion, I stopped giving a shit after the 3rd episode.
It's terrible.
Actually, I stopped giving a shit after the 2nd episode. Who the fuck am I kidding? I still got 5 minutes left on the 2nd episode.
Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, like, dude, like, look, are you on the MCU direct thing?
Yeah.
Are you looking at the whole list?
I'm just, actively scrolling, looking at different things.
So if you look at the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus Black Widow, 6, 7 minus WandaVision because I never finished it. If you look at the first 7 rows minus Black Widow and WandaVision, they were showstoppers, bro.
Yeah.
You got the Captain Americas, Iron Mans, Captain Marvel, Avengers, fucking Thor.
Basically, I would say past Eternals, everything turned to shit. I mean, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Like, that was, I think that was a turning point, was Eternals.
Aside from the 8 that I liked, there was a significant change in quality.
For me, Guardians, Quantumania was good. Holiday Special was good. Werewolf by Night. Wakanda was good. I don't know why I did that. Wakanda was good. Moon Knight was good. Hawkeye, Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
Like after Shang-Chi, like Eternals was fucking trash. She-Hulk I didn't like. Miss Marvel I didn't like. Thor: Love and Thunder was terrible. Secret Invasion was terrible.
So, like I told you before, the only reason why I like She-Hulk, couple of reasons. One, sexy, tall, green, muscular lady. Aside from that, it was like the serious answers is I thought it was different. I thought it was fun. The comedy, pretty funny show. I mean, you had your instances with Abomination. Abomination was badass, even though they turned him into like a fucking monk or whatever the fuck.
Yep.
We have long drawn out and fucking outplayed Professor Hulk.
Yep.
Fucking garbage.
Yep.
But then, I mean, you had Daredevil in the classic mustard and ketchup suit.
Yep.
That was badass.
Yep. I mean, there were points in She-Hulk that I was okay with.
Right.
Like you said, that seeing Daredevil in that new type of role I thought was cool.
Yeah.
And for me, that was about it.
Fair enough.
That
was a lot of people. That was what a lot of people said. That like they weren't a fan of the show, but they fucking loved Daredevil.
Yeah. As far as Eternals go, there was like a few scenes that were kind of cool, but the movie in itself was trash.
Yeah.
Same as Miss Marvel, I made it through 1.5 episodes and couldn't do it. It
just wasn't. It was not a vibe.
Mainly because you're bringing in these characters, right? And this is the comic book nerd in me, right? You're bringing in these characters and then changing their origin to fit everything else. If you didn't have the reason they are who they are, ready? Don't bring them in.
Yeah.
Kamala Khan doesn't just have these bracelets that give you fucking manipulation of light. That's what they turned it into.
Yeah.
That's not what she fucking does.
No, she's an inhuman. She is an inhuman.
She got what's the word I'm looking for? Not poisoned, but she was hit with Terrigen gas, and that's what caused her inhuman abilities to form.
Yep.
But now we've got these family heirloom bracelets that let me manipulate light and sound. No, fuck that.
Oh, and she was a mutant. She's the very first mutant to be introduced.
What the fuck ever. No, she's not.
Like isn't she a celestial? A celestial inhuman?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. She's a celestial inhuman, and they made her the first mutant. You know, instead of making an actual mutant. She's the first mutant, but her powers come from the bracelets. Tell me how that fucking makes sense.
If she takes the bracelets off, she's a normal fucking girl.
Yeah. That's fucking stupid.
She's not a mutant. That makes no fucking sense.
Fucking redonkulous, dude.
Thor: Love and Thunder, fucking terrible.
That movie was so fucking bad, dude. I was so mad.
Needs to quit making film.
Yeah, Taika Waititi is not good at these Marvel movies, man. He's trying to make them too comedic, and he's trying to make the wrong characters too fucking comedic. That could have worked with Miss Marvel.
Ragnarok was good, okay?
Ragnarok was fire.
And that was, but then again, that was the turn. Like, you're talking like that was the last Thor movie that was good.
Mm-hmm.
And even going back even further, Dark World or whatever the fuck it was called.
Hey man, I like Dark World, but that's only because I like the blood elves and the ether and the ether and all that shit. I like that shit. The first Thor movie, fucking boring.
It was
not
slow.
Bad, but boring.
To be perfectly honest, though, well, I don't know. I can't say that. I liked Ragnarok above all three.
100%. 100%.
I don't even include Love and Thunder because
Love and Thunder was
terrible.
so fucking bad. It was so bad.
Nothing about that film was good. It just
nothing at all. The only
characters,
the only good thing in that movie was the very beginning when the Guardians of the Galaxy dropped him off. That was the only good part of that fucking film.
Seeing the mighty Thor come into play,
that was awesome.
That was cool.
That was badass. Jane Foster.
Again, if you didn't know, Jane Foster is called the mighty Thor, not
fucking awesome.
And the concept that she could like throw Mjolnir and it would like separate. I thought that was a cool concept.
That was pretty sweet. Actually, I lied. There was one really cool part. And that was when Gore the God Butcher invaded, like, New Asgard.
Yeah.
And Jane just beat the brakes off of the symbiote, but not symbiote monsters because,
they were shadow monsters
they
or some
changed
shit.
the fucking necro sword that Gore has from being a symbiote-crafted weapon given to him by Null, the god of symbiotes, and instead made him the master of shadows. Like,
what the fuck ever. Again, terrible movie.
Fuck you, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Werewolf by Night was a really good short.
It was
Holiday
so
Special
cool,
was a really
man.
good short.
It was so cool.
Quantumania was good.
I liked it.
Guardians was, I think Guardians 3 was amazing.
Oh my dude, I cried.
All three of them are good, but I think number 1 was the best.
Dude, when Quill reunites with his grandfather,
oh my god,
for whatever reason, that made me like I cried.
Throughout the entire movie, you fucking wrecked us this entire fucking 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna fucking, and the fact that his grandfather hasn't seen him since he was 10. And he instantly fucking knew it was Quill. It was like,
And dude, I got so emotional during that scene. Like, don't get me wrong, I was pretty emotional throughout the film because I don't like seeing animals getting hurt, obviously. Yeah, that shit makes me sad, but I understand the whole process of this film was to show
that's just who he was.
Yeah.
The High Evolutionary was a fucking sadistic prick.
100%. The whole point of this film was to show just how evil the High Evolutionary was and how he wanted to create the perfect world with these humanoid animals.
Yeah.
Horrific. But I don't know what it was, man. That I never had like a strong relationship with a grandfather because I never had a grandfather growing up. You know, they were all long gone before my birth, at least as far as I remember. Before my birth and before my adoption.
Can I just say real quick that I'm on Twitter, obviously, right? So it's or not Twitter, it's X or what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the X in the top left-hand corner, thinking I use that to close the page. You know what I mean? Because it's a fucking X. My brain keeps looking at it like, that's how I close this now? All right, anyway. Moving on.
But
sidetrack.
Yeah, that scene, for whatever reason, that scene made me very emotional. Just like,
it was good.
Just like all the bullshit that Quill went through, not only throughout the 3 films, but throughout the events of Infinity War and Endgame. He loses Gamora just to be reunited with another version of Gamora.
Not the same one.
You know, losing Yondu, almost losing Rocket, who is like his best friend on the planet. Fucking just
like off the rip. I did not expect it to be that quick in the film.
No.
To be where the rest of the film was them trying to save him.
Honestly, I thought that one of the Guardians was gonna die.
I did too.
Like,
you and I talked about it.
Yeah, because that's like,
we said that it was either going to be Drax or Rocket.
100%. And it was nobody.
We called the fact that Rocket got severely hurt, but yeah,
it was nobody, and that like blew my mind because James Gunn did a phenomenal job like marketing and promoting the movie. Making it seem like we were definitely going to lose one of the Guardians.
Yeah.
He truthfully made it seem like we were about to like lose either Rocket or Drax. And when nobody died, I was like, whoa. Like, that was some master manipulation right there. Like, no other MCU film has done that to us.
No. I just want to touch on a few points from the Marvel stuff, and it's something that, like, you know, we've talked about, and something I just saw, and I've been seeing a few articles on it, and it's making me like tingly in shade. So we've gotten a kind of glimpse at some possible rumors of Fantastic Four casting, right?
Yes.
A lot of which we never saw coming. I mean, there's been a few, but one thing that I have been seeing and I'm very excited about is that Cillian Murphy has been approached to play Doom.
What?
My brain is better than everyone else, bro.
Yes. Yes. That would be awesome.
We've also, so the other rumors that have been going around, again, rumor mill, take it with a grain of salt. The kid that played on Stranger Things, the guitar kid.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's supposed to be playing Human Torch.
Okay.
One of the Doctor Who actors is supposed to play Reed Richards.
I saw that, and part of me hopes that it is not true.
Yeah.
Mainly due to the fact that he was garbage in Morbius.
Oh, really? Well, yeah,
he was the main villain of Morbius. He was fucking terrible.
But that was also terrible writing.
That's true. Yeah, it wasn't his fault that it was garbage.
Because from my understanding, he was great as Doctor Who.
Yes.
So, and then it was the other one, Sue Storm was Kirby, the chick that I told you about.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is, again, rumor, but those are the 3 that we have heard so far.
I like it. I like it.
And I didn't know this. Apparently, there was a rumor going around that Ryan Gosling was supposed to play Ghost Rider, and I'm like, absolutely
hell
fucking
nah.
not.
Hell nah. If anything, Black Panther, dog.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen that meme of him.
I don't think so.
Where everybody's like, it was a picture of Ryan Gosling on T'Challa's body, and it said, well, since we're all just race swapping motherfuckers, let's race swap Black Panther and put Ryan Gosling in there.
I didn't see that.
I thought that shit was funny as hell.
Yeah, right here.
Man.
Matt Smith's reps offered no comment when asked about a rumor claiming that he was offered the role of Fantastic Four's Reed Richards.
I still think Penn
The
Badgley.
silence is deafening. Yeah, Penn Badgley, I think would have been.
I'd rather Penn
too.
Badgley for sure.
I think Matt Smith would do a great job as well. Again, that's
Yeah, we'll
I'm just
see.
reading a couple different things.
There was one thing that I thought you and I can both agree on this because we complain about it in just about every episode of the podcast. Where the fuck is it? Oh, the Incredible Hulk director Louis Leterrier has reflected, on Hulk's evolution in the MCU. I like She-Hulk, but then yoga between Hulk, and I was like, okay, yeah, we're very far from my vision of the Hulk.
Yep, because his version of the Hulk is the best one we've ever seen.
Yep.
So
that was the Edward Norton one,
Hulk,
right?
Yes, his version of
so
Hulk.
good.
And then the very first iteration of Ruffalo. So the very first Ruffalo Hulk were two of the best Hulks we've ever had.
Yeah, because he was a fucking savage.
Yeah. So
I gotta say, man, I keep seeing pictures of Anthony Mackie as Cap, and I'm getting like more and more excited every time I see the pictures of him because I fucking love Anthony Mackie, dude.
Yeah.
I love Anthony Mackie. He's a killer fucking actor, man. And Twisted Metal, baby. He crushed it, dude.
So one of the I was not a fan of him from like in the very beginning, like when I first started seeing him in film. There was a TV series on Netflix called Altered Carbon.
Yes.
And
yes, I loved that show.
I absolutely loved the first season.
Dude, the first season was...
What's his name? What's his name was the main character?
The dude from...
He was Rick Flag.
Yeah.
I can't remember his fucking name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
Anyway, first season, absolutely phenomenal. And then they announced that Anthony Mackie was coming in for season 2 because they changed skins.
Yeah,
right?
to play Takeshi.
And I didn't like it. I didn't
really?
like it with Anthony. Yeah,
it definitely wasn't as good as season 1. No. It was not as good as season 1.
No,
but season 2 was pretty good. I liked season 2.
But that was a good one.
But I've loved Anthony Mackie as an actor for years. Yeah. Every movie he's in, he's good. Every show he's in, he's good. Like, dude. I will never forget the Black Mirror episode he was in.
That one was fucking weird,
bro. I will never.
It was him and the actor that did Black Manta.
Yes.
I was like, this is fucking trippy.
Yo.
And they had Palm in it too.
They had Palm
was
Clemente.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so weird.
I will never forget that fucking
I remember sitting
scene.
there watching this and then going.
I will never forget the scene when when they meet in the pouring ass rain and they're talking about what's going on, and then he just looks at him so defeated. He's like, just fucking kiss me, bro.
So weird, so cringy. And then they were like,
fucking lose it, dude. It's so
basically
fucking
they were just
funny.
trying to see like
if there was like a real life connection.
Yeah. No, and it was just the game. Like it was the game that I was like, oh my god, this is so fucking
just the
cringy.
way he says it, like so annoyed. He's like, just fucking kiss me, bro. Like
so weird.
Fucking stupid, yo. That was such a weird episode, but it was weird because like they were banging each other as fighter characters, like video game fighter characters. And like then the whole deal that the wife made with him was like, you guys could have virtual sex with one another once a year. I was like, what? So like
weird.
So like they're not sexually attracted to each other in real life. They are straight men in real life, but in a video game they're down to clown, son. Like I just thought that was like such a strange fucking like weird twist. I was like, what in the fuck? Like so weird, so very strange. Odd. It was a strange ass episode.
All right, Let's do some mashups.
Yeah.
I'm Marvel because I did Atrocitus the last time.
Yes. Yes,
All right,
you
want to
did.
do a page? You want to pick a page? How you want to do it?
What are we doing? Like a character, like the fight?
Either or. We can do both, or we can just do the fight. Either or.
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. Tiffany Cook, thank you for saving a civilian. I appreciate you.
Let's just do the 1v1.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Real quick, confirmed Blue Beetle will feature 2 post-credit scenes.
All right. All right.
And then, here's another one from the guy that, the co-creator of the Arrowverse, Mark Guggenheim.
Yeah.
Says superhero movies are going to become like what Westerns are, which is, it's a genre that you revisit every now and again. Yeah.
All right.
And then we have this badass Blue Beetle. My gaming computer's background is Blue Beetle, the wallpaper.
Nice.
Pretty fucking
Mine
sweet.
is Trigun.
Nice. So wait, which am I doing? DC?
We're just trying. You're doing DC, and we need a page.
Okay. Let's do page. I'm gonna do this. Doug, I'm just gonna flip, and whatever page I decide to stop on is what we're gonna do.
All right.
So
you do it, and I'll match.
Page 95. I got a bunch of short ones.
Little ones.
Yeah. And I know which one I'm gonna choose because it sounds like Brones.
Oh God.
My character of choice is Director Bones.
Oh my God.
His debut, or is Director Bones a guy or a girl? I don't know. Debut, Infinity Inc. number 16. Base, the Lipstick Building, New York City. 5'10". I don't know. 5'10", 165 pounds. Powers and abilities. Toxic Cyanide Touch. And
Interesting.
immune to cyanide.
Okay.
Allies, Agent Chase. Enemies, Batwoman, Batman, and Blue Beetle. And affiliations, Department of Extra Normal Operations.
Okay.
The skull-faced Director Bones led the Department of Extra Normal Operations, a secret government agency that monitored superhuman activity. Bones focused on gathering intelligence on capes and then utilizing this information to control them for his own ends. After gaining information on Batwoman's secret identity, Bones convinced her to work for him by threatening to incarcerate her father. She teamed up with Wonder Woman to track down the Medusa. The director then forced her to help him uncover Batman's secret identity by revealing that her long-lost twin sister Beth was in custody. Batman and Batwoman teamed up to save Beth, mounting concern over Director Bones' sociopathic behavior led to his eventual incarceration in a secured facility. That's it.
Nice.
Director Bones.
Well, I've got the Russian hero. Was a Russian villain at one point of Crimson Dynamo.
Oh my god. That's the guy that can turn himself into a big tornado, right?
I don't think he can. No, Crimson Dynamo is like Stark armor, Stark tech.
Oh yeah.
Anton Vanko.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
Anton Vanko was one of the Crimson Dynamos. There's been multiple. You're thinking of
The Red Tornado.
it's Crimson something.
No, it's the Red Tornado.
Is that what it is? Oh my god. So let's see here. More than a dozen people have worn the Crimson Dynamo armor. The first was Russian inventor Anton Vanko, built in the original battle suit and battled Iron Man, but defected to work for Tony Stark. Vanko died, killing the second Dynamo, Boris Turgenev, who had been sent to assassinate him. Vanko's protege, Alex Nevsky, became the third Dynamo until his death at the hands of the KGB. Most of the others operated as Russian agents, with a few exceptions. The eighth was a college student who accidentally activated the prototype suit, and then the 10th was a bank robber who bought his suit on the black market. A number of Russians served with the Winter Guard. Tony Stark borrowed a suit of Crimson Dynamo armor from Dmitry Bukharin, the fifth and perhaps best known Crimson Dynamo, and wore it for a short time during the Dark Reign. The last Crimson Dynamo was Galina Nemirovsky, the first woman to wear the armor. After leaving the Winter Guard, she worked for the Mandarin and Ezekiel Stang in a redesigned suit attacking Tony Stark on their behalf. As far as powers, its armored suit provides flight, enhanced strength, and damage resistance. Built-in weapons include missiles, guns, electrical generators, and a fusion caster.
That is who Mickey Rourke's weird fucking character
Mashup.
Whiplash was
Mashup.
portrayed as.
Yeah, even though Whiplash is his own character, Crimson Dynamo is its own character.
Yeah, they mashed Whiplash and Crimson Dynamo together because his name is Ivan Antonovich Vanko.
Yep.
And he is an original character based on Crimson Dynamo and Whiplash, but they call him Whiplash.
Yeah, it's not a real character, people. Well, it is, but
It is, but
they
it's
just mashed two together.
Yeah. Fucking strange. I think director Bones has got him. With his toxic touch and shit. All he's got to do is like
If you say so.
breathe his cyanide into like one of his little air ventilators. Just
So the original Whiplash's name was Marco Scarlotti. Scarlotti is what it is.
Marco Scoliosis.
Yeah. Not that you needed any more convincing that,
Yeah.
those two are two different characters.
I'm fucking starving, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to go eat the asshole out of a horse. All right.
What? Hold up. What kind of horse?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us. This was a short one this week, but
It was. Oh wow,
Yeah,
it
we-
was.
we still got some info out there, and we still
did.
sat and talked shit. So
Hell yeah.
we didn't talk as much shit as we were talking before the stream, but that's that's a different podcast entirely.
Yeah, that is not a podcast for us.
No. That's a Joe Rogan type.
Yeah, 100%. That's like a Joe Rogan type podcast right there.
Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm that Doug dude,
I'm Brones.
and we'll catch you next time.
We'll catch you on the flip flop, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.